All right, what is going on, guys? Got quads on the menu this morning. Starting off like I usually do on the leg extension machine. Got a couple warm-up sets in, a couple working sets, and I did decide to drop the weight just a little bit compared to what I would normally do my working sets at. I think I'm getting to the point where obviously the weights are starting to feel a little bit heavier. So I'm having to drop the weight just a little bit, but that allows me to have better control over the reps and also stronger contractions for those reps as well. So I do not like, even though it's less weight on the machine or the bar or whatever it is that I'm going to be doing, overall it's going to lead to better sets. So I'm just going to catch my breath here for, I don't know, a few more seconds, get into this final working set. Aiming for 10 to 12 reps on these. That's kind of another reason why I've brought the weight back down a little bit. Those ones, they do burn. I say that was probably a solid 10 reps, because the two that I pushed past that point were a bit more sloppy, obviously leaning more towards taking the set to failure, but at least 10 of those sets were pretty solid. So, yeah, let's move on to some hack squats. Those will probably be a little bit similar, where the weight that I know I can handle for a specific rep range, probably try to stay within that. All right, moving into the second set, hack squats. These do feel a little bit heavier than usual, even with less weight. Either that, or because I'm trying to focus on holding the reps for longer, it's making me feel a bit more winded than usual. So that could be playing factor into that. You never know, because things change from day to day, from week to week. So, you know, you could have a really solid workout on one day, then the next day is absolutely trash, or the next week or next time you're hitting that same body part, that workout just isn't as good. There's a lot of different variables that play factor in that, so it's always gonna change from day to day. It's never really gonna be consistent like that, although from time to time I do get pretty like consistent streaks where I'll just have, you know, like multiple really good workouts back to back. Let's go ahead and get in this next set. Really had to work for that last rep. Maybe I could have gotten one more. Maybe I would have, that would have been failure at that point, in which case I don't particularly think that I'd enjoy trying to take this machine to failure and then having to lower it all the way down and get out from under it. So for that reason, I try to take these close, but not all the way to that point. All right, the last set, hack squats. I am planning on doing something a little bit different this week for quads, which after I finish up with this set, I'll talk about a bit. My quads are so fatigued right now. It's not even funny. 360. I was debating on pushing that one another rep, but overall decided not to because of what I've got next. Which this week I think I'm gonna do 2 sets of leg press, but they're gonna be single leg. Really, I don't know, maybe I'll start doing that going forward if I like it, just to get a little bit more volume in, as well as try and correct any imbalances between my left and right quads. So I'm gonna try that out this week. I'll probably only be doing, 2 sets, and I may or may not decide to do it on my hamstring day too, but we'll see. All right, so I just finished up first of 2 working sets on this leg press machine. Actually, I'm gonna tilt you up real quick. I don't think I've ever, actually I have used this machine once before, but I didn't do single leg with it. I did, like a regular leg press, both legs together. Single leg, it does load a little bit differently. I do feel like I'm able to get slightly more depth in the stretched position, and then obviously it is isolated each side, so usually leads to a bit of a stronger contraction when you can do a movement isolated. So yeah, doing another set of these. I don't hate them. I'm gonna try a different foot placement position for the second set. See if I can find one that I like a little bit more. So the first set, place my foot a little bit lower on the platform. I'm gonna try a little bit higher, see if I can get more see if I can get a little bit more quad engagement out of that. The lower one, or the lower placement, was good, but down towards the bottom I started feeling quite a bit of stretch in my glutes, which, isn't terrible. I just want to mess around with it, see if I can get it to feeling how I would, prefer. Let's go a little bit higher. Nope, I don't like that. Just try the middle. That's better. These do still suck. I will say that. Yeah, those definitely do still suck after my quads are already feeling pretty fatigued. But again, I didn't hate this movement, and I could definitely see myself doing it, each week or in the coming weeks, for sure. Let's go ahead, finish this thing up. Got some hips and some calves left. I swear that I've got a love-hate relationship with this machine. Back to what I was saying earlier, kind of circling back to that. It's one of those things, just one day it feels great, another day it really sucks. You just gotta push through the suck. Sometimes is easier said than done, but it's got to be done either way. So either do it or you don't. One more set of these, and then finally finishing off with some calves. I do enjoy coming here in the morning, and I'd say 90% of the time just being Kira and I in here, not having to wait for any equipment, not waiting for whatever else, not seeing stupid shit. Because sometimes I see some people in the gym that just don't really know what they're doing, or which, hell, most of the time I don't even know what I'm doing, so I can't even talk. But sometimes you just see people doing some really, really dumb shit. It doesn't make any sense. So it is kind of nice to not have to deal with any of that. I will say, though, this is a little bit different in here without any music playing. I don't mind a little bit of music in the morning, but a lot of times it's banging in here, and it's just, for me personally, it's too early in the morning to be having something bumping where you're feeling it in your chest and shit. A little bit is okay to get you going, but there's a level where it's too much. And I could see in the afternoon, like when people are already awake, but nah, at 3, 4 a.m., that's not it. Sorry about my little rant there. Let's get in this last set. Nope. I was really gonna try and go for. I did try and go for a 12th rep. It was not wanting to happen. So it is what it is. That was still a really good set. Felt a pretty strong contraction. It's on these. I almost feel like it's kind of hard to gauge how much I'm contracting and how fast, because of how quickly the pads come together and smack. And for the most part, I do try and limit that to, control how strong and how much I am contracting on the way back in. But a lot of times on this machine, it's a little bit tricky to gauge. So let's go finish up some calf raises, hit some cardio, and get out of here. All right, guys, this is going to be the last set of the workout. Finally made it. Some days, even though it's only like 4, maybe 5 exercises, feels like such a long workout sometimes. And then other days, feels really quick. Doesn't make any sense. Let's get in the last one. Calves are already on fire. Put those back up. Come on. So my goal was between 12 and 15 reps on these. First 2 sets were 15. That last set, my calves were just so fatigued that I was not going to be able to get out another few reps. So actually, the workout was not as long as I thought it was. A little over an hour. Definitely felt longer. That's the other thing, like kind of what I was saying a minute ago, where sometimes it feels really long, sometimes it doesn't. Most of my workouts typically tend to be about an hour. So, I mean, that's 1 hour, 8 minutes. It's not that far over. But kind of like I was saying, sometimes they definitely feel longer than they are when you're really working. That finishes up the workout. Go check out the pump in the legs real quick. I do have some pretty cool new veins, or from what I can tell, more new veins or more pronounced, maybe a little bit more definition in the quad. So check that out real quick, wrap things up, and then I'm gonna go hit some cardio. Signature, dirty mirror over here, no big deal. We're just gonna check things out real quick. I really wish there was a bit more lighting right here, but it'll have to do. And quads are definitely pumped. I can't tell because of the lighting. I mean, I can see a little bit of separation in there. Definition, probably same with this one. Lose my balance there a little bit, Yeah, same with that one. Overall, really good pump. Check out the calves too. Oh yeah, there's a chunky little calf vein right there. Check out this one too. Oh yeah, that one's got one too. Never noticed those. One of the things I feel like I'm lacking on is definitely calves. It could just be a genetic thing, but I just feel like I have such a hard time trying to grow those things. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. Before I do, I'm gonna nerd out for a minute because you guys gotta check out this shirt real quick and check out how freaking cool that is. I am a little bit of a nerd at heart, so seeing the shirt, definitely had to get it. Anyways, all that being said, it's gonna be a wrap on this one, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.